hook and ladder.
Hey everyone, if you
Thank you for
want to know why there's no season 1 episode 1, is that's because the first episode was called
And
just
then
like
you move
Minecraft
forward
single player or something.
and do the same again. So you're going all the way to bedrock, and I'm going
Yeah.
to the lowest point before deep slate, which is pretty much here. 3, 2, 1, mine!
Alright, here we go.
End of competition. I've put in my chest here
Once it
everything I've got.
starts-
I've got a lot of copper ore, and I'll tell you what, as you know, when I was talking to you, halfway through.
I wasn't gonna say it.
No, I'm not laughing at Diamond, I'm laughing at your face. You guys, what does this look like? Hold on.
Oh, it looks very strange.
I'm gonna have a look.
Okay, come on inside.
Oh, get
Jeez.
out. That's.
Wait, how many do you have? I know you said you didn't get many.
I didn't get any for the first 20 minutes.
It's a good effort.
I got a
That's
lot of
Appreciate
copper
it.
though.
Let me give you a little pat on the back. There you go.
Well, you
Pat on the
you
back.
didn't even put yours in. Oh, right. I think that pretty much settles it. If you want to get diamonds, don't go caving. Don't mine where I mined. Go straight to bedrock and just dig in a straight line.
Hey, you're gonna get deep slate, and that's great for building too.
And how many did I get in comparison? 3 diamonds. So I got less than caving, but I did get a lot of copper ore. That's not to be sniffed at. You didn't get any copper because it doesn't spawn down there.
Yeah, well, here you go. We'll split this. There you go.
Whoa!
We'll split it.
Whoa!
We'll split the rewards.
Hold
here.
on, then I need to give you the copper. Here you go.
Oh, thank you.
There we go. It's
Oh.
only fair. Right, well that was I want to say a fun experiment, but it wasn't that fun because we were just mining.
Oh no.
But
Oh no, it was grueling. It was brutal. But in the end, we've got diamonds.
We have got
Pete's gonna have to
diamonds.
go in for a long time now.
Finally, diamonds! I can buy more pie. You know what I didn't quite
Oh,
expect
lapis.
is that my tree farm can be countered by one small hole. He's just made a door. All I've done is put a very
come
nice
on.
protected. Oh, he's
How
got
does that
multiple
happen?
doors. Yeah, you know that's
How?
a sensible counter to this whole thing. It's actually quite peaceful in here. Right, I think we ought to try and take this down now. I have no idea
I'm
what
just
his
gonna
reaction to
turn
all
off
this
the
was, but
inventory
obviously
screen.
he's
But I have a
gone
bunch of
ahead and
rules,
just incorporated it.
and I want
So
to
now I've got to spend a
down,
couple of hours taking all this
but
down.
I've written
Shouldn't take
down
all that
everything
long,
else.
should it? I'm gonna run out of food before I even get that far. I have no real source of food at the moment,
Daisies.
so I've been buying lots of pies. This is the only way I can explain my weight gain. Yeah, I ate 2 stacks of pies. Now that we've got our pies, let's go ahead and take down the tree farm. Oh, he's actually in there. Yeah, man's watching. He's watching things burn.
What are you doing?
Nothing. I just didn't realise that my tree farm could be countered so easily. I just dug a door into it, and that was it.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I mean, I guess this could stick around. No, this is not sticking around, Grian. This is not sticking around.
I'm about to take it down. I'm about to reap the rewards. It is really cozy in there, though. I've got to say, like, it's really quite
I'm getting
nice.
used to it. Yeah, I must admit, I am beginning to get used to it. You know, I was thinking like if I had some flowers and like a little pond in here, this would be a little paradise.
It's really peaceful, like keeping out the rest of the world.
I did say, yeah, one of the main benefits actually is that it makes it slightly more challenging for you to steal my stuff. There's like one
I
extra
thought you were
obstacle.
about to say one of the benefits is I don't get to see your face.
I've actually already said that in the video. That's happened. That's already passed. I can't reuse that joke.
I'm glad we both hate my face. All right. I'm gonna take this down now because I've just realised I've played myself.
Looks so sad.
You know, it kind of looks a bit sad now. I think I liked it much more with the trees. This is really kind of sad. Well, the good news is I've got a whole bunch of logs now. Check it out. That was how many trees there were. It took about 45 minutes to take this thing down. We now definitely have enough stock to be able to put logs in the entity, the very first thing. But I do need to bring this thing to life first. We've got our heart. Now we just need to get this thing breathing. Which is why a couple of days ago, I went and got all of this. So I'd say that the middle is about here. So in order to bring this to life, we need quite a lot of dark prismarine, or prismarine in general, around it. Place the heart in the middle. Surround with glass. It's alive. Take down the scaffolding. Now, unfortunately, I didn't realize you wouldn't be able to hear it from here. So what I might have to do is actually get another conduit and put it underneath just for the sound effect of the heartbeat. That is cool. That's kind of mystical. It's kind of weird, and it's exactly what I'm going for. So I'm basically gonna just do some basic stocking. I don't actually know what I want the inside of this thing to look like. I just knew that it needed a heart. So moving the stock into there is the easy bit. The hard bit is, as I said in the last episode, my first episode, that what I need to do is add a section on top of the entity that shows that we are currently selling logs. That means I'm going to build a tree or a selection of trees here. Maybe I'll like mix them into one, and then that will show, it will look a little bit like a bonsai tree on a boulder, and it should show that we sell logs. And I don't remember there being a whole bunch of moss there. So let's go ahead and add our first bit of stock.
Yeah, the bird poop.
Here we are, the tree on the entity. So here's what we got. This is basically what's going to happen every time we stock something. We're going to make a little, not exact statue. I mean, the tree is maybe a little bit odd on this one because it is actually going to be, well, a tree. It's a tree mixed all together. Look, you can see oak, dark oak, spruce, and I've kind of gone ahead and stripped a lot of it down. That was actually a recommendation by Scar, and I've got to say it was the right move. This sort of softer tones, they mix a lot better with the build. So this is what we got, and then maybe some of the other things that we stock in the future might be a little more weird or abstract. It won't be like if I stock honeycomb, I'm gonna build a honeycomb. It might be something else. I don't know exactly how this is gonna go. It's gonna be an ever-evolving boulder, but not just a boulder. It's a rock. Okay, so on the inside, there's really not a lot to see right now. Don't judge. So the logs are 2 diamonds per stack, or 2 for 3, and I mean this is as simple as it gets. And in this shop, I'm going to try and reduce the amount of item frames by using the actual block underneath to try and help reduce some of the lag that goes on in this very, very laggy server. Gemma's giving me another Heart of the Sea. Just trying to blag my way. Oh, did he really? Okay, no, wait, take diamonds. I was only joking. I only want one. Oh, he's giving me another one. Oh, that's gonna be great, because I don't know how great the distance is on the noise for the Heart of the Sea. Obviously, I can't hear it, and I'm directly underneath the conduit. So, let's see. So with one block between us, there is a noise. So I'm definitely gonna need like one. I mean, yeah. Thank you, Jevin. I am definitely gonna need 2. I don't know why I was acting like 1 was okay. That's very kind of him. Heart of the Sea, very, very hard to come by, especially when there's a world border on. We don't have infinite oceans here. Okay, so I have Nautilus shells for one of these, but I'm gonna have to go on a Nautilus shell hunt again to get the rest. The things I do just for the atmosphere of this place. Man, I really want to know what's inside the vault. Is there anything inside the vault? No, he hasn't got a door in here. Even just a little bit of mystery, and I can't help myself. Does it do anything if you... This is definitely not all rigged up yet. So, I think that is all we're going to have time for today. We've actually got a lot done. Even though it doesn't look like it, we have got a lot.
When the stakes are high at work, your tone matters. Grammarly's advanced tone suggestions can help.
I am doing something very stupid. I apologize for stamping on your face right at the start of this video. That was very rude of me. I am doing something very stupid. I mean, is it stupid if it's just what I'm doing all the time? My default is stupid. Anyway, I'm going to sell copper. Hence, I am making my way into the sky on a giant copper pole. The build limit is actually so high now that this could take quite a while. Okay, this is the top. And what you're about to witness is a professional Minecrafter. Wow, we can actually fall for so long before we hit the ground, and we're gonna... Oh,
yes, sir! Yes, sir, Grian, please don't die.
And up we go again. I think I have enough to get me all the way to the top again, so we're gonna make our way all the way down. Now, the big question is this enough to actually sell copper? Well, we're about to find out. I'm actually worried that I'm gonna lose some items if I don't go down now, because it's actually taken so long. Didn't make it. Right, let's get this smelting. Okay, let's try this again. And I'm starting to think already that the answer is a resounding... Oh, no! I was gonna say that the answer's a resounding no, but I threw so much here. This could have despawned. Oh my goodness. That's a lot of copper to lose. And back down we go. Was that pink before? And that's quite a substantial amount of copper. But what you gotta remember, for a block, you need all of these. So we're only talking a few stacks of copper blocks, which is still a pretty big deal. It's just not quite as much as we would like. So let's get this smelting away, and then we'll make the decision whether we're going to sell copper or not. One thing that I've kind of realized is my plan not to have a starter base has definitely backfired, because I instantly, and I mean instantly, created this into a shop instead of living out of it like I intended to. And I don't see myself able to set up in here effectively. So, can I get in on this, like, elf village thing? That would be cool. Little house here, just to camp out on. What I need is to start and scout out a proper location for my base so I can start moving all of this stuff out. But I can't just go and start my big base without doing a few things, like getting my gear enchanted or getting a beacon. So, you know it. We're gonna go and get ourselves a beacon. Into the nether we go. Netherite, beacons, the works. There is a nether fortress right here, which I plan on using. Right, let's set up. Oh! Ah! What am I supposed to do?
I'm going to this
Go, go, go. There's too many. There's too many. There's too many. Ah! I don't like this. I'm gonna die. I can't afford to die. That's enough of that. Right, let's try and get ourselves some wither skulls. The spawns are being pretty slow. As far as wither skeleton hunting goes, this is not going particularly well. Barely anything is spawning, but hopefully all we need is just a little bit of luck. Well, this is going to take a while, so I guess I'll meet you back here once I've got a couple more skulls. I already got one from a previous expedition. I got really lucky.
I lost my
and now I'm struggling to get anything to spawn at all. Scar, what have you
Oh,
done?
that's what all this
Hello?
is
Hi, Grian. Hello, how are you?
What's all this?
Crap, I didn't realize I can't.
Leaves, woohoo! I was
Oh wait,
getting
crap,
these
this
leaves,
isn't the same
I was
one.
harvesting leaves and I thought, man, you know, Grian would love some leaves, wouldn't he? Whoa, look at the leaves, so shiny and green.
You know, I didn't realize that was an apple there, because I thought your hands are red. You have been caught.
Oh, my hands are red? No.
What's,
no,
nothing
what
here?
are you doing? Where are you going? Wow, there's nothing to be seen down there. Honestly, I wouldn't even recommend it.
Okay, so just seeing some copper leaving the vicinity. What's this?
Oh, yeah, I was expanding your storage system. It was a surprise. Happy birthday! Happy birthday! Okay, you caught me.
I have got myself, if I could find it, I've got myself 3 wither skelly skulls. There we go.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yep. Check it out.
I don't see it. I don't see it. You're more disorganized than I am, to be honest with you. Still looking.
Scar.
Still looking. There's nothing in this box. Oh.
Oh. Just.
Oh, look at those fancy heads.
We have got ourselves 3 wither skelly skulls. I just need to go and get myself some soul sand, and we're going to take care of this thing. And those of you with keen eyes on my inventory will see
crap.
I've got iron blocks and a pumpkin to make loads of iron golems. I have no idea if iron golems even attack the wither. I feel like everyone would use iron golems on the wither if they did, but I used these on the raid in my hardcore series, and honestly, it made life a lot easier. So, on the off chance, I'm gonna have a bunch in reserve. Now we might as well ask if Scar wants to join us because Scar and withers are fun.
Well, hello there.
Would you like to join me on a fun adventure to spawn one of these?
The Michelin scar.
Yeah. Would you like?
Oh, no green, no green, no! Oh my gosh. You were so close.
I really
I wouldn't have put it past you.
I really want
Think
to.
of pooter. Think of pooter.
Pooter?
Green.
It's putter.
Yeah. It's pooter.
It's not pooter. It's putter.
Pooter.
Peanut butter. Putter.
Ah, I see. I see. Okay.
So where do you want me to spawn this thing? Over here? Maybe
No,
maybe
that's
over
worse.
here. Over here?
No, that's getting worse. That's so much worse. It's so much worse. So, no. You know what? I'm good. You're not going to do it. I don't believe you would.
1.
I don't believe you would. Just over here doing some maintenance. Doing some maintenance work.
Scar?
Oh my gosh, he's going to do it. Gonna do it. No, Gray, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh! 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 Oh, pooter. Oh. Putter, whatever it was. Oh.
Okay, Scar, I'll be honest. I was like maybe 95% sure that this torch would stop it spawning. But that's still a 5% chance.
I'm a little bit dizzy. I'm gonna hang on to this.
Okay, no, come on, let's go do this. Let's go do this properly. I promise I won't.
Oh, by the way, I don't have
Bye.
any food.
What is this? Oh! What that just happened?
Oh, he's there.
What do you mean?
Oh, I can't resist. I can't resist. Does he see that? Oh, here he is.
Bad idea! I knew it! I knew it was gonna be a bad idea! I knew it. Oh, thank you, Impulse. Where can I get more of these things?
Am I that predictable?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, right. So, let's dig a little hole over here. Oh, maybe not here. We're gonna release the wither in that bit over there, and we're gonna have a line of golems over here. And I have no idea if the golems are even gonna attempt to attack it, but we're gonna find out. But you know what's driving me mad is that if this works, why do people not do it more often? Because
is that a sign that this isn't gonna work?
Yeah, that is a sign that this isn't gonna work. But like, iron golems are so overpowered. The wither is set up, Scar.
Oh, dude, this is happening now? So soon?
Yeah, I think so. Right, if you set it off, I'm ready. I think. Come on, you can do it.
I don't even have any armor.
It's not delivery, it's DiGiorno. The winning move.
Ooh, whoopsie.
I was down to talk to my doctor about Rebelsis.
Ask your healthcare provider about Rebelsis today.
Do it. Yeah, this way.
I'm just gonna run.
Go. All right.
Oh, gosh.
So now we just need to get it to come this way, right?
Okay.
Simple as that.
What if it goes the complete opposite way?
It should go after us, I hope.
You want me to lure it? Oh, Mr. Weather. Oh, hey, Mr. Weather. How are you? He's here. Wait, I think I can, like, hit him. Dude, I'm getting hits. Oh, I'm gonna
Bring him in. I'm
gonna die. I'm so scared. I'm panicking. I'm sweating.
If we can get him to come through here. Oh, this is easy. Oh, this is real. Oh, Scar, this is
still with it.
Scar, this is so easy. Oh, he's in.
No,
Go!
it's never easy until it's not. Oh, wow.
Oh
Why do you look
my
so much bigger?
goodness. It's being destroyed!
Oh my gosh, you're a genius!
Oh my. You saw what I saw, right?
Careful,
all-
they're hurting themselves.
We're all just withering away.
Oh, I thought they were
Scar,
beating each other up.
why does nobody do this?
No, but I think you're a Minecraft genius.
We did this with the raids, and now like the wither can be taken down in seconds by iron golems in a box.
Oh my gosh.
I'm actually at a loss that this actually worked. I doubted you, to be honest. I will admit fully that I doubted. There was full doubt.
Okay, so let me make this clear. That people
You deserve the diamonds.
almost certainly people do this, but I've not seen it. I don't see people do this. Not on
Yes.
Hermitcraft server. Do you know? Have you ever seen people do this?
No. I usually die about 20 times at least.
Oh, I think we've. Oh, I got really unlucky. Let's split the diamonds.
Wait, was that just a single diamond?
There was just a 2 single diamonds. It's so unlucky. Well, thank you for this uneventful. Maybe people don't do this because it's not as entertaining.
Dude, there's more diamonds.
Oh, dude! Oh, there's loads of diamonds.
I don't know that. Okay.
Wow.
This
okay
wither.
then.
This wither. What a guy. Here you go.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna need to get some.
1, 2,
We'll just keep these
3,
guys where they're at, I
oh,
suppose.
So I've spoken to Scar for a good amount of time after we got the wither, and I have crafted up my beacon, and we have come up with a plan. We want to do something quite cool together. How did you get there in the middle of the day? Sus. Super sus. We're gonna do a collaborative villager trading hall way out in the wilderness. Now, the thing is, a lot of hermits are doing villagers, and that's because they're kind of a broken mechanic in Minecraft. They take an awful long time to set up, but when you're playing on a server like ours for a really long time, they really pay off in the long run. And we have really been preparing for this thing. Look, this is the chest. This is the villager chest. We've got loads of splash potions. We've got a lot of golden apples. And we've got all the benches, etc. We are really, really getting ready to go and do this thing. But, you know, time differences means that I've got a bunch of time on my hands right now. So while we wait for Scar, I'm going to work on a starter base. The plan originally was to live in the entity, but it turns out living under a rock isn't always a good thing. And that's what I love about Minecraft. You know, plans change, and we can get inspiration from unlikely places. There's a really nice space here. And what I'm essentially doing is moving all the stuff that's here, Grian's looty, like, you know, you can see that I've got a bee farm, I've got my furnaces. I've been just living outside the boulder. You know, I should have just put all this in there from the get-go, but it just didn't work out that way. But what I have got is a really, really cool idea for a house. I've got a lot of copper, and I intend to use it. I need to age up some of this copper. The build I'm going to create is actually inspired by an Instagram post that I saw from a user called Yuma from Japan. And I really like the design of the roof they did, so I came up with my own build, and it uses a lot of copper. So, without further ado, let's get cracking on making this starter base. I mean, episode 3. I should have really done this episode 1, but the boulder, the entity, it kind of took over. It spoke to me. It said, I don't want to be a house. So, that's what we're doing now. Let's go.
Let me look it up. That's... Oh, it's Y15? Okay, let's go to my anchor point and settle the bed. What?
And here we have it. My
There we go.
not so starter base. It's basically my storage room. I really, really love this, and it's predominantly from this gradient of copper that's made it work all the way up to warped stem. And then, of course, I've got another gradient that goes from the darker colors all the way up to white wool. And I want to experiment a lot more with color this season, and this is a great start. It's lacking some details out the front, which I definitely plan on doing, but guess what? You guys, you're going to be so proud of me. I'm going to show you. Look what I did. Do you notice anything? There is no random junk. Yep, I've moved all my stuff, and that's not what you're going to be proud of. What you're going to be proud of is the fact that it is all labeled. It is all organized. I haven't been this organized since I made an item
Oh my
sorter
gosh,
that
what the
I
frick?
didn't ever use. I've also not only organized
That
it,
was
but organized the
lucky.
chests in a way that can be decorated. So
That's
you can see I've got a
lapis,
few
let's go
floating
on.
up here. And I
I'm
thought
2
maybe we
veins
could
of
go
diamond,
through
no
some
lapis.
little
That's so
interior
sad.
tricks together to try and make this look a bit more homely. At the moment, it is going to be a storage area, so that's never going to change. But one of the things we can do if we've got a more functional base, that's what this is, it's a functional base. If you've got some protruding blocks, maybe chests like I do, one thing you can do is kind of separate it with a divider wall. So by placing a bunch of trapdoors, kind of like this, you separate these blocks and kind of create a brand new space without adding anything that's going to get in your way. Instead of a ladder, I've actually got myself one of these warped vines because you don't need to attach it to a wall, and it kind of goes with the theme of this whole thing. Well, I don't know if there's really a theme per se, but there is something that I would like this to kind of indicate. I'd like my builds this season to tell a bit more of a story, and this build is kind of intended to look like some sort of alchemist or magician or whatever you want to call it. Whoever lives here, well, it's me, is kind of studying the entity. They've set up base so that they can study the weird and wonderful rock that is the entity. We've got a wall that's a little bit on the messy side. So one of the things we can do is try and soften the edges with some staircases. Give ourselves some coving, and this just rounds off those really quite drastic corners. I've already added some beams in here, and I quite like the exposed copper being shown. It keeps those colours inside the house as well. What is going on outside this window? And I'm not going to overload you with information, but I think that's a pretty good start. Now, another thing that we can do is add some shelves for our lovely chests, but I recommend using a block that is contrasting to the wall. So I've used dark oak here and spruce for the walls. And it's always good to give a little bit of stability. So by that, I mean I'm going to connect these up to the wall so it feels like it's actually hanging down. I know that Minecraft doesn't have particularly realistic physics, but by simulating what would be real physics, it can make the build feel a lot more believable. So by adding that chain, it feels like all of this is actually justified and secure. And I definitely want to make sure there's some lights hanging from the ceiling. That's immediately made quite a big difference. So we'll come back to this a little later and maybe do some more interior tricks and tips, because now Scar is online and it would be a great opportunity to talk to him about the villager thing that we're about to embark on. And oh my goodness, he has been also busy building. He's made us a portal. You may have noticed that my portal's gone, and Scar has replaced it with a mildly inconvenient portal over here. Oh, before we do anything, there's something super important I need to do. I've got a whole bunch of copper that needs aging, oxidizing, and I thought, what better way than making my copper farm right here. First the trees, and now the copper. It's gonna feel like an absolute prison. First, it felt like an oasis surrounded by trees, and now it's just absolutely surrounded by copper. Incidentally, while we're on the topic of copper, my goodness, yes, it looks great, but it was not fun to build with. I can tell you that.
Bake with slow-release carbs and provide steady morning energy. Belvita, rise and thrive.
It was not fun. Every single one of those blocks had to be waxed, and my inventory was just an absolute mess with different unwaxed and cut copper. I need more space. This is not doing it for me. So what should have been maybe a 1 or 2 hour build ended up taking 4 hours. I think it was worth it though. And again, shout out to Yumar, the post that definitely inspired what I built here. I basically saw this gradient being used on a roof and I was like, oh, I've got to do this. I've always been pretty muted with my tones when I build, or I stick to just 2 colors, but I definitely want to try and branch out with my color palettes this season. There we go. There we go. My copper is aging very, very slowly. That actually looks like a prison. That is a lot less attractive than the forest. Also, I noticed this gift, the pig pen, and this adorable little pig here.
Oh my gosh,
the
more
location
diamonds?
for sale, cooked pork, 4 stacks for 1 diamond. Okay, so this is a free sample of food. Thank you very much, Jevin. But I've got to say, I'm strictly, and I mean strictly, a pie man. I see, the thing about these pies is I can't get enough. And do you know why they're the best food? They're the best food because they're like one of the worst foods. They don't last very long. The saturation is low. And do you know why that's great? Because you get to eat more pie. Look, here's my precious pies. I don't know why I'm so pie heavy, but that's who I am now. I'm a pie guy. What on earth is Scar transporting in here? Is Scar transporting villagers into his base? Let's see if we can find Scar. And do you know what he's been doing lately? Lately, he has been climbing up to tall spaces and then jumping off and landing in a bucket of water. Ah! Just like that. We could put his MLG to the test. Bye.
Oh. Where are you off to?
I'm just trying to get a good vantage point.
No, this is bringing back flashbacks from last life. No, I know. I've seen these things. I've seen these things. I've seen these things.
Well, you've been boasting about your MLG powers, your MLG skills.
Yeah, how do I unhook this?
Can you do
it? Oh my gosh, hello!
Hey!
I'll pretend that I didn't nearly die. You're gonna go up a little higher.
You ready? Just a little bit higher. You ready?
I took off my boots!
Oh!
Oh no, the track! Oh no, the breeder!
It's
Wow,
not as fun when you get good at Minecraft, Scar. What?
Villagers! Oh no, there's zombies in my tree!
Speaking of villages, are we gonna go and start setting up probably the worst idea
put
ever?
That fishing pole away. You pushed that.
There's nothing wrong with my fishing pole. I can't take you.
I feel very uncomfortable.
I
with
can't
the
take
bottle on
you
my
seriously
face.
when you've just got this line coming out the middle of your head. Come closer. Come closer.
Okay, I'm coming closer.
Come
Yes, I'm coming closer. Okay,
Closer.
we're very close.
Closer. Okay, are we ready? This is a little too close.
Is it a little too close? Okay. Each person take a half a step. Half step.
Are you ready to go and do this villager project?
Yes.
I had a
hate
word
villagers.
with Tango.
Don't tell them.
I had a word with Tango, and he's got a proposal for an even more ambitious villager project.
Oh shoot.
Oh, really?
Shoot.
Yeah,
Run.
should we go and
Just
say
run.
hello?
Ah.
We were
How?
chatting about our villager project, and you had an immense proposal that would take this thing into the next level. What are you
To
thinking?
the stratosphere.
Yeah.
Yes, I like it. Yes. So the idea is you guys do all the booking and trading and everything, and I just supply the infinite stream of emeralds.
Ooh.
So Tango was suggesting an enormous raid farm above where we're producing all the trades, so we don't have to actually do any infinite trade that would take a lot of time. It's just gonna stream and just fall from the sky.
It's just buy, no sell. You don't ever have to worry about emeralds. Infinite.
So totems of undying forever.
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah, exactly. Yes, we have a village scoped out. We haven't done anything. We haven't been over there because the second you load those villagers in, they get eaten.
They're dead. Yeah. Okay.
So we
What do
have
they
a
taste
spot.
like?
Me and Scar are gonna start getting them all prepared, and then I guess you can just build over the top.
Yeah, if you just like leave me some spot in the roof or something, we will have an emerald shower eventually.
Oh man, this is gonna be a really cool project. Yeah, we're gonna make a start on this pretty soon. So I'll give you the coordinates to the village, and then hopefully it will be pretty clear where to build.
Fantastic. All right, well I'll stop by at a future date to see how it's going.
Why are you over there, Scar? Scar. Yeah, Scar.
I fell off the bridge.
We need to transport some stuff.
I thought we were just heading over.
No, look at all the stuff we need for all these villagers.
Oh, okay.
We can't just go over there. We got stuff to bring.
Okay. He is not the greatest jumper.
We're ready. Donk's full of potions of weakness.
I have no clue where we're going. I'm just following your butt.
What do you think?
Oh, it's adequate.
Alright, well I know what I'm gonna do tomorrow. Squat. There it is, there it is!
Wait, I heard jubilation.
Villagers are here. Oh, there's signs of player activity. This is our village. We're about to bring this down to the ground. Well, I think this is a great place to leave the episode. You now know what we're doing. We are setting up a villager farm. And I would say massive, massive thank you for watching as always. And I shall see you in the next episode where we are going to make a whole bunch more progress. We're going to be here for a while. I can feel it.
Too late. Too early. Literally been a full episode. 30 minutes.
10 days. It's time for an Avengers return.
Welcome back to the next episode of Hermitcraft. If you watched the previous episode, you would know that we're about to embark on a very, very big project. Don't worry, this isn't going to be the entire episode because I'm sure watching building a villager farm is just as fun as making them, which is not really at all. So I've spent quite a lot of time between the two episodes creating or starting to lay out what we're going to do. I keep making accidental iron farms, but we're getting to the point now where we're ready to start moving some villagers around and get things set up. Before we get into any kind of time lapse on this thing, I want to kind of
Enderman.
Oh man, they're like weeping angels. Did you see that? He was not there 1 second ago. I turned around and boom. Uh-oh. I didn't think this through. Didn't think this through.
It's looking bad.
So instead of going over the whole thing in detail, what we're going to do is maybe just talk a little bit about how this works, and then we'll go into the whole time-lapse thing. So there's already loads of trading halls on the server as it stands. We're making a trading hall not for books like most people's, but we're doing this mainly for the resources. So what we're going to set up today is basically going to be a big source of income in terms of blocks for us. Now, what I'm doing here, just to kind of explain, this magma block will be in front of the villager, and the villager will be surrounded on all three sides like this. And what this basically does is stops them trying to look around or run or anything else. So their workbench will be here. And then this is a great technique, and I've had this confirmed by the more tech-savvy guys on the server. This basically reduces the impact of villager AI on the server. So when you're playing with a bunch of people like we do, we've kind of got to be considerate. So this little technique here is really handy, and I believe it also helps with the villagers restocking faster. So basically what we do is we're going to get a bunch of our villagers all lined up. We're going to get a zombie to come and turn them into zombie villagers and then cure them, and they're going to give us some fantastic deals. But for the stone cutters, we don't have to go through that process, which is great, and we want quite a lot of these. Okay, does that make sense? I think it's pretty straightforward. It's just a very long process. Okay, time to get these villagers into place and get this thing torn down in a good old time-lapse style. Maybe Sky will help me too. I don't know. See if you can spot him. Let's go.
Oh my gosh. These enemies are strong.
And we have finished. And I mean we. Scar and I kind of did a tag team on this thing. Sometimes I was working on it, sometimes he was working on it. So that's why my time lapse is kind of like half of the story. And then some bits, of course, we worked together on this. So, we've got quite a lot of villagers here in a lot of useful stuff. And this chest down the end shows all the items that we can trade, which are useful. And in huge quantities, this is pretty amazing. Especially all of Harry Potter. So we do have a bunch of book guys, and there's some pretty important books there. But the main reason that we have these is for mass amounts of glass. We've of course got our infinite emerald trading, which I showed last season, but if you didn't know, you can basically trade glass with librarians craft it
But you can.
into glass panes and then trade it with cartographers as long as they are cured enough. 1 glass pane for 1 emerald, and then you have an infinite emerald trade. This project's getting pretty technical, but it is a big and very exciting project.
Right.
And it's quite important that I set this up because it includes an awful lot of blocks that I'm going to need for my build, which is the whole reason for setting this up in the first place. My main build is going to need a huge amount of terracotta, quartz, and in the long run, I think it's going to be quicker to just trade this stuff instead of mining it. You're probably wondering, well, what's Tango been doing? Tango's been doing the heavy lifting way up in the sky. He has made a raid farm, but we've learned some lessons. I mean, this is really quite a technical episode. But essentially, we learned that raid farms really should be built over in the ocean and not here. Basically, we messed up big time. If we go all the way up here, wow, this is a really long way. Basically, raids like to spawn on land, and oceans negate that. Wow, we are a really long way up. What we have to do, not in today's episode, I think today has been more than enough of making this big project. Basically, what we need to do is flatten the land around our villager trading hall and create a fake ocean, surround it in water. So you can see I've been steadily flattening and building land out from the center, and that will be all covered in water, and that will create a fake ocean. So this is going to be even bigger of a project than we initially imagined.
Oh shoot, I forgot
how do I
to
get down from here? Oh, Tango has wings, and I don't have wings. Yeah, I don't have... Oh, do you reckon I can make that? I can make that jump. That's a lot further than it looks, but I think I can make that jump. Or I could try and do that block there has water in it. I could try and get... No. We can do this. Right, we just gotta run and jump. Okay, so... Come on, we can do it! No!
I knew it. Just barely.
That trimmed my toenails, that did. So as you can see, I've been slowly flattening the land around here, but I tell you what... I've had quite enough of this project for now. It's had some brilliant progress made on it, but we can't spend the entire episode here. We've definitely got to pace this one. Over here, what I was thinking is, what if we had, because this is a lot of items and trading can be pretty messy. So what if we excavated the land underneath the trading hall and we created an item sorter, a proper item sorter underneath here? And then you do the route, so you trade all the way around, you get to the barrel, you put stuff in the barrel, and down it goes into the sorting system. It's just going to make this project even cooler and more complicated, and I'm so far out of my wheelhouse here. I normally do a villager setup, but partnering with Tango on this, and Scar, we're going to turn this into quite an amazing place. While I've been doing this, I've also been smelting up a whole bunch of copper. So now, let's head back to our real base, because I've had enough of this. Look at that. Well, you know I haven't been around spawn area very much when my entire copper wall has aged that much. That is excellent news, because that means we are in a position to wax that and replace it with my brand new set of copper. Having all the different kind of aged copper is super important because I'm going to need it. Now, Mumbo is taking a month off YouTube, so we're not going to see him on the server for a little while. We fully support Mumbo taking a break. It's really, really important. It's not all sunshine and roses here on YouTube. It can take its toll, and break is sometimes completely necessary. But does that stop us messing with him just because he's not here? No. No, of course it doesn't. Of course it doesn't. We wish...
It's not delivery, it's DiGiorno, the winning move.
Okay.
Wish Mumbo the very best of breaks, and I hope that he can go and do some very fun stuff. But what I was thinking is, over the time that he's gone, we could kind of like make this vault super overgrown. Alright, let's get this thing waxed and taken down so we could start the next bit of copper aging. There we go. Mumbo's house is free. And what have we got out of this? Quite a lot of different kind of exposed oxidized copper. And now we gotta go and do it all over again with this lot. So I think there might be significantly more copper in this run than the last one. So I think this is safe to say that we're gonna keep Mumbo's base very safe while he's on hiatus. And done. That is, I would describe this as excessive. This is an excessive amount of copper, but it's exactly what we need. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, there's gonna be a copper cube on the server for quite some time. But unfortunately, this is exactly what we're going to need if we're going to be selling copper, which is what we plan on doing, hence all of the different kinds of aging. So what I need to do now is find a way of putting copper into the entity and incorporating it in a way that's maybe not quite as on the nose as the tree. So when I look at copper, I think of steampunk, and I think of gears and cogs and that kind of thing. So what I want to build is a cog, or a big wheel that goes right into the entity like this, made out of various different kinds of exposed or oxidized copper, and then that way it shows that we sell all the different kinds. Now, because I've also used copper in my build here, I kind of wanted to tell a little bit of a story by doing this. So when I built this starter house, I kind of had it go extend into the terrain itself. And we've got a river right here. So what I was thinking is I could have it so that the entity has kind of stolen the water wheel from my house. Now, how I'm going to do this is going to be quite tricky. This is the wood that kind of extends from the house out into the water. Only a small portion of the wheel is going to be exposed on the entity. So what I'm thinking of doing is building that and then mirroring what's left, just, you know, a tiny corner of it, into the water here. And then it's like the entity has mysteriously taken the water wheel from my house somehow, magically, and it's just appeared there. So let's hop into a time lapse of trying to make this vague vision in my head actually work in reality. So, you ready? Let's go!
I didn't try that stuff, right? Yeah. Just gonna make it one shorter.
And there we have it, our 3/4 of a copper wheel. And here we have our last quarter of a copper wheel. So, this has actually worked out pretty well. I managed to sort of cut the thing here so that it does look like it's broken. And then over here, I have actually managed to make it, I'd say pretty convincingly line up with the proportions of the cog, or the wheel. Yeah, it looks like there's more cog than there should be, but I guarantee you that makes up 100%. It does look, it definitely looks like I've just not finished a build here, but I don't do that, right? I don't do that. I have finished the build. The build is finished. Look, there's the rest of the wheel. I even added lodestones. I spent my 2 netherite ingots that I had, not on any of my tools like a sensible boy. I used lodestones to do some building like a silly boy. So this justifies the copper selling to take place inside the entity. And I tell you, it's not going to be cheap. Copper is expensive, it's tedious, and it's got to age and all sorts, and it includes the wax on it as well. I've still got to get lots of normal copper and oxidized copper, but I've definitely got enough of the exposed stuff to at least do a light stocking. So, this also gives you a pretty good idea of where the entity is heading. Imagine more of this kind of thing, all these different kinds of elements attached to the rock in some way. I don't know where this is gonna go or how it's gonna work, but just from this small segment, I think the entity could end up being really cool. So my inventory is full of like bee stuff at the moment, greenery, because I need to move, or I have already started, moving my bees from over there, and I thought what I could do is actually put them up here in their own little space in a tower. So I've got like this really lovely green area for my bee sanctuary of some kind, and all I've got to do is put the beehives back together and set this up again. Maybe I can make it look more like a bee box if I put it made out of trapdoors instead of really bulky glass. Hopefully this works. Kinda scared this isn't gonna work. No, 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 no! Oh, so close. A bee definitely got out. More than one bee definitely got out. Where did he go? Yep. That seems about right. Alright, well, now you're stuck in here. All I gotta do, come on. Is it nearly night time? I believe. I believe. Believe you can get back in the bee box. I'm thinking that maybe they get stuck in here. I'm not sure. I think they've gone back in. Okay, this has worked out well. So, one of them can get glass bottles while the other can do shears. This has worked out really well. I just need to confirm that this actually is going to work. No! I've just lost my bees. I can still hear them in there. Did they all sting me? Oh no. Pro tip, if you're dealing with bees, put everything in last. Hopefully hopefully I only lost 2 bees. But here's the collection system going in. And then hopefully that should collect everything from here. Alright. Now I've got to try and put these bees back without them escaping as they really want to seem to do. Okay, yeah, we got 2 bees in there still, so that's fine. They should take care of themselves, and hopefully this will then start producing all of my honeycomb needs. Not only honeycomb, but also... This actually looks like a pretty good bee box, if you ask me. So I should get a decent amount of honey blocks and honeycomb, and I think this room could use a little more sprucing up. Now, this is a dangerous thing to do. There we go. I think this looks pretty cute in here.
Okay.
It's like a little relaxation room for the bees.
Now it's gonna be all this
and then
dirt.
hopefully they'll start producing things when they've forgiven me for my shearing of their honeycomb. And I hope to come back and this will all be full. So that was kind of part 1 of one of the jobs I needed to do. Part 2 is trying to improve the space out here. Look, there's still torches. I'm guilty of this very badly. And one of the things you can do quite easily when you want to improve the outside is some texturing of the floor. So Scar's gone for a mixture of moss and grass and even leaves. I'm going to do something slightly different, and I'm going to include like a bit of like dirt and brown concrete powder so that it looks like some of this is actually dyed next to the wall because it's not got enough sunlight, especially outside the front of the door where you might see more foot traffic. It's based a lot on just logic and what you might see in real life as well. Again, if you can mimic what it is in real life, it will be even more pleasing to the eye than you can possibly imagine because it feels familiar. So for someone watching it, I know a lot of what we build is fantasy and defies physics, but just a little bit of texturing of dirt around here that looks fairly reasonably realistic, it helps just to make us feel settled. A lot of you know this trick already, but moss block on top of azalea bushes, you get a lovely decorative shrub there, and then there's all sorts of things we can do. Azalea leaves, as Scar has shown us, make one of the best decorative leaf blocks because they remain green regardless of what biome you're in. Now, the lazy thing to do would be to just bone meal this place and leave long grass. But actually, if you take the time, and it really doesn't take a lot of time, if you grab grass and try and use it a bit sparingly and maybe double grass up next to some smaller grass, used sparingly, it can really highlight areas without going too overboard. And if maybe you want just like one overgrown patch that maybe hasn't been cared for like it should. You see how that stands out and is offset by the height of the building? Using grass without spamming it everywhere can work really well. The next thing I want to do is utilize some colors a bit better. Very similarly to the brown that we've used there, what we're gonna do is use green concrete powder, lime terracotta, and moss block. They're all different shades of green. Now, if we use these in a very light way, without going too overboard again, we can make a patch of grass that just is a slightly different color, and this texturing alone should be enough to make this little area stand out, again, without taking too much away from our build. I'm just randomly placing it, and then I'm going to take a look. That looks like a pretty nice, patchy spot of moss, but it's not very well balanced at the moment, so I'm just going to extend this out, add a bit more, take a bit away, etc. There we go. I think that looks pretty good. So we've done some like vegetation decoration, and it doesn't take long, but it helps finish off the build. I actually do think there's a big space here that's lacking something, and I think it's lacking a tree, but it also kind of ruins the view that I have of the valley and the other builds that have been made here, so maybe something just small and unintrusive could go there. I'll be honest, I don't actually know how this got in my shoulder. I don't think I've been attacked by anything. Where did this come from? Okay, so it's been a pretty heavy episode into progress and farms and things like that. And I want to leave a little bit of space. Is B-Dubs' thing in half, or is it just not loaded? Oh, there it is. I wanted to leave a little bit of space for shenanigans. If you're watching this in the future, this is irrelevant to you. But if you're watching it in the now, then you'll know that April Fool's is just around the corner. Now, I don't actually particularly, personally, like April Fool's that much. I think I usually just avoid the internet on April Fool's Day because everyone just gets tricked, including YouTubers who like to trick people into clicking their videos. And I'm not really about that. For me, every day is April Fool's Day, but it is April Fool's Day coming up. So I thought instead of like a secret Santa at Christmas time, we could do a secret Fool's Day. So you don't get tricked by us, we're tricking each other for April Fool's Day, if that makes sense. So I've got myself together some blocks here, and we're gonna make a little hat and a place for people to put in their names, and we can draw our secret April Fools. So let's say that I'm playing along, I put my names in, and so have a bunch of other people. I press the button, it pops out Tango. Tango is my target for April Fools, and then it's up to me what I want to do to prank him, or whoever it is that we draw. It's basically gonna be a free-for-all on the old pranks. I'm gonna whip something up really quickly to put in the middle here. Those of you that have been on the channel for a while might recognize this design. A bit of a throwback. This arrow is still in my shoulder. Bit of a throwback here to Season 6 and the Jangler. There's a lovely Jester's hat here. Okay, so this is it. The Secret Fools sign up. Here's all the information that I've kind of already told you. The only thing is that you've got a few days to sign up and then a few days to hit the button, find out who you're pranking, get it done by April 1st. Okay, so the only other thing to know is that if you sign up, you accept any, and I mean any prank. I don't want any of the hermits to be held back whatsoever, so if you sign up to this, there's a chance that everything explodes. I'm not saying it will, but I'm just saying there's no rules here, okay? Just go nuts, keep it a secret, have some fun. April Fools, everybody. If you sign up, you know what you're signing up for. Which leaves us to be the very first to sign up. And then into the chest it goes, and we are ready to be dispensed in a few days' time, where this thing should be open and ready. I do hope we get enough people to sign up. This could be pretty awkward if there's like 2 people. It'll be a very direct April Fool's Day, won't it? Have you guys got any ideas for pranks that we can do to the hermits. If you've got any ideas, I'd be very, very happy to read some in the comments, because there's a lot of options out there. A lot of options. Something fun. Something very fun. Okay, so that is it for today's episode. It took me a little while to make this one because literally the village...
Before we begin, I'd like to thank our sponsor, Liberty Mutual. They customize your car insurance so... Scar. You're preaching to the choir, Scar. I'm already subbed. Are you? Welcome back to another episode of Hermitcraft. And this cannot stand. I'm all for waxing another man's copper, but you wax the wrong man's copper. Now, how do we make this work? Now, there might be a way that we can turn this into Grian. It just might take a while. I have to try and spell my name backwards. Why is this so difficult? And try and get this so that it ages in the right way. Okay, so I know it doesn't look like much now, but in theory, if this ages, it should say Sub-Grian. Or something else.
Or something.
This is a bit of a mess. So, last episode, right at the end of the episode, and you guys watch all the way to the end, don't you? You don't click off halfway, because that's not nice. If you did somehow miss the end of the last episode, what we set up is a Secret Santa style thing for April Fools. So this is Secret Fool's Day. We all have a secret name that is going to be dispensed, and a bunch of people have signed up. We've still got a couple more days before we can reveal who our Secret Fools is, and give everyone else a chance to sign up as well. I'm really proud of this hat that I built on the fly. It looks spot on. It's a shame that it's just going to be temporary. So, we've waxed some copper, and we set up a pranking game. What's next? Well, we need to head over to our... I don't know what to call it. Our super amazing villager industrial district. Because we've got a bunch more work to do. Oh, this is the magical emerald bridge, everybody. This is amazing. You see, what happens is, if you take some of the emerald blocks that are here and replace it with something else, what happens is, when you come back next time, all the emeralds are magically replaced. It's a magic emerald bridge, and it's amazing, and it's great, and it's very useful for our villager trading, because we don't have an income of emeralds just yet. What we do have is a very, very messy villager trading hall. You might be wondering why I didn't just start the episode over in the villager trading hall area, and that's because, well, we got a time-lapse to do, and, we got a time-lapse, and my immersion! It's already been done! We gotta go and do a time-lapse, everyone. We're gonna go ahead and do a time-lapse. I'm not filming this out of sync at all. Don't let your immersion be ruined. Let's go!
Oh, where the heck is this? This is about to look so cool with just the water. Oh.
Right. So, we have done an amazing time lapse. Totally not in the wrong order. And here we have... I'm really happy with how this border has come out. And you will have seen in the time lapse that it was like really like sort of janky. Like just little bits being done very quickly. And that's because I stupidly chose to make this out of smooth quartz. And not only did I have to trade with my limited emerald options, I then had to smelt it, and it just took a long time. But what do you think of this? I basically mimicked the terrain around the outside of the perimeter, and it looks like the White Cliffs of Dover in good old Blighty. And do you know what? I
I love it. Tango said that it might be like too much of the same, and I don't think it is. I think it looks absolutely amazing. So we're making some pretty good progress on the good old villager trading hall, and we're very close to being able to run the raid farm good and proper. Tango says that it's pretty much ready. We've got some spawn proofing to do. It might have been obvious to you that I was recording out of sync because I have 118 levels, and I rarely have over 100 levels. That gives you a good indication of just how much trading has been going on. Okay, so I've done the rounds, and I've got together everything that could possibly be useful from the villagers, including things that aren't necessarily ever going to be used, like some of these glazed terracottas. However, this is an excellent selection of blocks. Really, really good selection. So, the unfortunate thing is that we need to make an item sorter for all of these things, which is nearly 50 items, including the things that the raid farm itself produces. Yeah, this is a massive project, which is why we're pacing ourselves on it. The white cliffs of the villager farm are complete. So what I'm in charge of next is creating an iron farm under here so that it is incredibly productive. And then Tango's working on the redstone under here along with Scar. Oh man, we got a lot to do, and it's been a great collaborative effort. Speaking of collaboration, that is exactly what Tango and I are doing now. We are digging out this area and preparing for the item sorter. Tango has been very busy making this enormous item sorter. This just deals with the emeralds and the raid farm. We're trying to create a space which will handle all the things that we plan on trading. And Tango's going to be making this a bit later on, so I've been tidying up, moving all the random items we've got over there, move the portal, because we're going to have the portal in the middle here, and basically everything is starting to take shape. So once I've got this sorted, my job next is to get this iron farm sorted. So, well, redonkulous. How did you get there? How did you get there? In theory, all I've got to do now is get 3 villagers on their scaredy platforms, and then this guy is gonna scare them into producing lots of iron golems. The golems fall in here, and we get lots and lots of iron. At least that's the plan. There's lots of things that could go wrong. Okay, we've got our villagers in place, and Tango has been dutifully working on the item storage over there, and you missed out because I wasn't recording it. I got a really good jump scare out of him. He was just like in a hole like this, and I dropped an anvil in him. Point of view from Tango.
Getting packed. That just
Yeah, it's kind of the deal. If you're working on a project with me, it's the sort of thing that happens. Gave him it scared him a lot more than I was expecting. Now, all we got to do is remove the minecart. There we go. I'm hoping this is going to work. You actually have to wait a while for this to sort of kick in. But if we start making the actual farm and decorating it, I'm going to make the floor a little bit closer. I'm not actually sure how close it needs to be. Okay, it appears we have hit our first snag. I think that iron golem needs to be a little bit higher up. When can he see the zombies? There we go. That's it. So the floor needs to be at least this high. Which means a whole lot of taking down and redoing for me. I had a feeling this hole was too big. Anyway, now that we've got that, let's do this time-lapse style. It looks like we are completely finished with our iron farm. I've had to add some emergency carpet because it turns out I have no idea how these things work. And this...
It's not delivering, it's DiGiorno. The winning.
That's better. That's
Hershey's milk chocolate with whole almonds. Holy delicious. Holy Hershey's.
Is very much in the iron golem spawn radius, but now
it
looks like it's working. They're only spawning down there, and the carpet's really not that much of a big deal. I am fully fed up of this place for now. It's going pretty well. We've got
a massive item storage. It's still not completely finished yet, and as you can see, there's a lot of decoration to do down here and tidying up, but me and Scar will get on that some other time. I also want to point out that this build that Tango made is not Grian and Scar safe, because I was able to throw items in here earlier, and I think I've broken it. I'm not even sure how I managed to break it, because I can't replicate it, but somehow I think I clogged it up. I'm gonna leave before Tango finds out. Okay, pretty good progress. Let's make our way back to the base and see who we get for Secret Fool's Day. Now, I'm in a pretty weird position when it comes to Secret Fools, because it's a few days before Secret Fools, and if I show you who I get, it immediately spoils it. That I know what will happen. You'll go and tell someone, you'll say, "Oh, Scar, Grian's got you," and it's ruined. So I may have to keep it secret, because I want to get this video out a few days before April Fool's anyway. So the actual prank... Hey, look, the fairy's been back! See, I told you, if you take any emeralds from this bridge... I think Scar's been taking some liberties. If you take some emeralds from the bridge, the fairy replaces them. Look at this nonsense. So, I think what we're going to do is, this episode, we're going to select our name, but you're not going to know who it is. And then next episode will pretty much almost entirely be dedicated to the April Fool's prank, secret pranking. Let's see who we get. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I got... So, let's get on with building on a bit more here. What I want to do today in the good old starter of the base, I've got a bunch of blocks, and I basically just want to make a silo, circular silo, using the same thing, just up here, and connect it with a little bit of wood. Think that would look pretty cool, because at the moment the house is imbalanced. That's the problem. There's a lack of balance. There's too much going on here and nothing on the left. I think I mentioned that earlier, that it needed a tree or something, and I've decided that a silo of some kind will do the trick, and that will also help the fact that people keep seeing a boot or a cat. Scar keeps going on about this. He keeps saying, "Ha, Grian, your base looks like a cat." I can't see it. I can't see the cat. I can't see the shoe. I can't see any of it. There's an L shape. I can see the L, but I can't see it. I just don't see it. Hello there. That's suspicious, isn't it? What's he doing? I don't know what I'm supposed to be looking at. What is he looking at? That was weird. It's not just me, right? That was odd. That was odd. Okay, so Doc's oddness aside, let's get on and build a quick little silo to bring this base into balance, and then after that I'm going to show you guys a location that I think will be great for the real base, the big base, the mega base, the base we're going to be working on for a year or two, or however long this takes. Let's go ahead and start building this thing. It really shouldn't take too long. Let's go. There we go. We've got a lovely little silo type thing, and it's attached via the wood. It's exactly what I said it was going to be, and I completely freestyled this. This was not a pre-planned build. I don't need to pre-plan everything. This one has come out pretty good, I think. I did struggle with the detailing, and that's why there's some like random walls there and buttons, just to help kind of make it a little bit more noisy, because it just felt a bit bland. But now I think this build looks a bit more together, and guess what? Look, I still got the great view of Gem's base over there, and you can see the lovely archer with the bow and arrows. It's all nicely framed, and I'm not impeding any view whatsoever. Also, I was absolutely spot on with sub-Grian. I've got all of it correct, and it's probably a good time for this to come down for the last time. I don't actually have any more copper to age, but I do need to stock my shop with some of this.
We're making some pretty nice profits here. And if you're wondering why I'm not making too much progress on the entity, that's because one, I don't actually have anything to sell yet because we're still working on our villager infrastructure. And two, there's a very good chance that I may have to move it. I don't know where the shopping district is or even if there's going to be one around here, but there's a chance that this may have to move. I'm not entirely sure. So now let us bounce into the wilderness. I want to show you the location I've scouted out for the main base. I'm realizing now that potentially Elytra may be in order as I'm starting to travel between areas quite consistently. Jeez, that... That's a lot of copper. Make our way over the copper parkour. So, just over this way, there's a couple of mountains. I call them mountains, they're more like hills. So up there is ZF space at the top that you can't see because it's kind of sunk in. And over here, there's another mountain which I have claimed. So you can see I've marked it out with a bunch of wood. And the terrain itself is nothing spectacular. What we're looking at is just a very basic birch forest with a mountain. Now the mountain or the hill is important because my base kind of juts out from the top. I'm not 100% sold on this location, but I have marked it out as my potential one. Yeah, this is a very good reason to go and get Elytra, I think. Even just having to trudge all the way up here. Okay, so this is it, and like I said, there's not an awful lot to look at. It is just a mountain, but I'm thinking that the base will stick out this way. There's going to be a bridge involved that goes out over there, and what I was looking for is a hill or a cliff of some kind about this height that goes over a lovely sort of flat area that I can easily terrain. Now my base is going to be right here. Now what is my mega base going to be? I don't want to spoil it too much, but if you think the entity is not just a boulder, it's a rock, you're gonna love my mega base, which is a bigger rock. There's gonna be a lot of rocks and lots of mystery and lots of cool things. So yeah, this is the location. We're not starting today, but this is what I've scouted out so far. I've kind of given a little bit of a spoiler about the rock. So I'm very excited to get started, but like I've said, we can't really get started until we've got a mega amount of resources, because it's a big old rock. So I think that's proven that I think it's time for us to get our very, very favorite wings. Wonder if Scar wants to go, because Scar hasn't got wings either. I wonder if he wants to go to the end and get some wings. Not chicken wings, Elytra wings. Although it would be good if they had end wings. I'd eat some end wings. I'm just saying, I would definitely eat some end wings. Are you ready to go to the end, Scar? Get some Elytra.
Oh, I'm ready.
I'm
ready. It's time to fly. There's people flying circles around me, making me feel bad. Where are we prepping the area?
Oh, none of these dead.
Oh gosh. You had me transfixed. I was like, what's going on? Is this some kind of new method? Oh, hold on. I got it.
Oh, I didn't bring any kind of bow. Or pumpkin.
Okay, I'll be bowman. Hawkeye. Oh no! Oh!
No! What have you done?
No!
Let's go!
Oh no!
Scar!
You're safe. You're safe. It's fine. It's good. Everything's here. Look, it's happy. All the good stuff's here. I'm so sorry.
I can't believe what I've just witnessed. I've witnessed a crime.
No, not a crime. It was a happy accident because
Happy? That was not very happy.
We haven't even started yet. This is the kind. This is some crazy role reversal. This is that I'm supposed to do that to you.
I forgot.
Oh crap!
I wasn't actually supposed to hate you. That was Hawkeye.
All right. Okay, Hawkeye. Yeah. We need to take 5. My goodness. Okay.
Bro, I have never seen you without pants on.
Okay,
Like this is just weird looking.
What do you think?
You know, it's adequate. It's adequate.
Guess I didn't do enough squats.
I have some of your stuff that I didn't realize that I had, and I have presents for you.
Okay.
So, ender chest, your rockets, your shield, and a present from me to you. I've named him
him
Will.
Hawkeye. Let's go.
Oh, okay. Oh, I knew I was gonna push shift. I knew it. I was like, I had this feeling. I had a green tingles or something. Like, just go.
Instead of spider sense, it's tense around green.
Oh, can you just ender pearl through here? Or is that not safe?
You can.
I don't know. Oh, I saw that arrow fly through. Oh my gosh, I don't know if I can trust you today. Oh no, he's gonna do it.
I'm curious.
Oh no, he's got it in his hand.
I really want to know, like, because I never experiment with this kind of stuff, because why would I risk it? But now I'm like, huh.
Oh, you know, Grian, I support your decision, whatever you choose.
Really?
Oh, not that one! Not that one! Oh, we're gonna need some wings really quickly. What now?
Bye-bye.
What happened? What happened? Oh no, he did it! Oh no! Oh, you're over there. Hello?
Oh, come on.
Oh no.
Bingo.
Heart healthy and cost only cents per day. Quaker Oats, a super trusted superfood.
Did you look at
it? Grin, I'm not good at this stuff. Oh no.
Hold still.
That's so bad. Hey. Nothing to see here.
I felt it in the silence. That's top 10 moments before disaster.
What was that? No, not the water. No water. You're really close to me, Green. You're really freaking close. I don't trust. You're so close. This is uncomfortable.
That should be it.
This is uncomfortable how close you are. I don't know why. I don't trust. You're so close. My shift finger is it's getting sweaty.
Wait, someone's been here. There's some chorus fruit here. Oh man.
Where has nobody not been?
I know. We've been in the Nether a long time now. Just everything's been raided already.
I mean, everybody's got shops, so they've got 20 elytras in a chest. Man wants to explore, find his own wings, his own path in life.
Yeah, it's like a rite of passage, getting your own
It's
wings.
not like they're not finding it.
Oh, of course.
It in the chest. It's just not even finding it in city in general. Crazy.
What? No, stop.
What?
Stop.
What? I didn't do anything. I'm just right here, just enjoying my time.
I don't like it.
What? Nothing. Oh, you can't just bail on me. You can't just bail on a man. Oh, yeah, you deserve what you reap over here.
Every single end city we found so far has been raided. I didn't know Enderman could go in there. Have you ever seen an Enderman on top of a chorus fruit tree?
Oh, dude, no. Actually, I don't think I have. He's just chilling up there. He's the watchman.
I've never seen that in my entire life playing Minecraft, and I'm gonna ruin it.
Yeah, I just went around the corner. I wanted to see. I thought I saw an end city, so I'll be there in 1 second.
Dang it! I didn't even get that.
No! Are you invisible? You're a monster! I'm so proud.
Look, I got invisible ears.
I'm so proud. That's disgusting. Oh my god. Oh, every part of my body just like sunk into the ground then.
Did you not know I was on the platform? I thought the particles were a giveaway.
No, I knew you were up to something, because there's no way you went, oh, I'm just going around the corner in a world full of no corners.
It's a lot of round circles.
You've got to keep the entertainment going, because it's demoralizing. Trekking through the endless end stone just to find that every end city is raided already. Oh, yes! There's a boat. There's a boat.
Oh.
I'm not gonna get my hopes up, though.
There's no pillar, but that doesn't mean that it's not raided, as we know, because someone could have elytra'd to that one. You don't see that every day. But... yeah. It's got elytra!
Oh, nice, nice.
Oh my goodness.
Dude, I don't know what's happening.
Okay.
I see you. I see you through the window.
Where are you?
I see you. Just look over here. Look over here.
Hey!
Hey! I'm opening the window. Come on in. Come on in. Let's get some air in here. It's pretty stuffy.
I'm on my way. Oh my goodness, it's bedlam in here.
Yeah, and there's a trillion shulkers at the bottom there that I killed that I didn't pick up. Nope, not
I'm
you.
gonna die.
Sorry.
Scar,
No.
is that you?
No!
Scar, what are you doing?
Oh, no, not again. I've got this. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Scar!
I'm gonna save you. Where was your token?
We just got there, man. Scar, I'm here.
Oh, all right. I've got your stuff. I got your stuff.
I think I'm gonna confiscate your bow and arrow from you.
No, it's a good one. I'm well qualified. All right, here's your stuff. Beautiful. And there you go. All right, now we just got to get you an elytra.
Wait, what? Give me.
Oh, okay. All right. I deserve it. I deserve it. What happened? What happened? What in the world? What is that?
I just three of those. When I hit you, three of those like just rained above.
Okay, I have a feeling you're just gonna fly away and leave me.
Oh, come on, again.
Why would I do that?
Because I killed you multiple times.
Bye, Scar.
I knew it. So
Actually, should I go and get you an elytra? I'll fly around.
If you want to go fly away, I'll get us some of these boxes.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Let's divide and conquer here. And the further I am from you, the safer I am as well.
No, it's actually true.
It's actually.
Oh, it's been raided. It's dude. I can't. Do they just sometimes not have an elytra? Because I'm telling you, there's like diamonds here that have been untouched. I've been to 4 or 5 end cities now, and they've all been raided. It's like it's taken its time, so we're gonna do the only option now. Ah, Scar.
What?
I've got one.
You finally got
I've got one.
Well, you're in luck. I've got shulker boxes. Just nailed another one. I think.
Nice.
Yeah.
So
Got it.
now I need to come back and get
Yeah,
you,
I
right?
remember to go for that.
Yes. Do you remember the chords from where I
Yep.
killed you?
I'll even enchant it for you, okay?
That's gonna be the
thank
end.
you.
I'll even
Good for
enchant
me,
it and
too.
rename it for you.
Oh man, we've been here for like 2+ hours. It
Yeah,
feels
I
like.
know. It's been a long time. Okay, I'm coming back to you now. Alright, Scar, I'm back. I've got your elytra, fresh off the press.
A lot of Endermen.
Hey, there we go.
Hey!
There we go, a fresh elytra.
Dude.
And you can even have the diamonds that I got from chests and stuff.
Oh, thank you. Ah.
Are we
that
done
feels
here?
good.
Can we go now?
Yes, we can go.
I've
Which
had
way's
enough.
home?
I want to go home.
Oh, there it is.
We're gonna fly into freedom. Wait, what? I
Here.
flew straight through freedom.
Oh,
Okay.
no. I bashed my head into freedom. Freedom!
Freedom! Yeah!
That felt good.
Okay, we've got
Okay.
our wings. It was a massive ordeal. We will.